Successful season. He really likes his team and the way they're playing. Big matchup today at the faceoff X. Kyle Gallagher, Jacob Fopp. Fopp had a huge game last weekend against Virginia after going through a stretch where he was struggling, and he wins possession for Syracuse right off the bat.
He struggled mightily against Notre Dame in the first matchup. That's a big win there to gain some momentum early on in this matchup.
Syracuse with the successful clear. Talk about that win last week at Virginia. It was a Syracuse team that you thought it was
to figure out, right? Early in the season, you watched them play Army and really didn't come to play. And then they rebounded and crushed Virginia, you know, and then they have a game against UNC where they don't even really show up, and then they beat Virginia. I mean, this is a team that can beat anyone. It's just who shows up because, you know, they have the talent, especially in the midfield, to compete at the highest level.
Offensively, and that you mentioned that North Carolina game, Dordevic is really all they had. That's a guy who can fill it up. Owen Hiltz, the freshman, puts the Cuse on the board.
This all starts with number 2, Griffin Cook, a converted attackman now coming out of the midfield for Syracuse. He's gonna roll. Hiltz does the two-man game, steps off, and let's just listen. I mean, are you...
Squeeze it inside. That was a tough pass. He was looking for Seabold. Good hustle by Trimboli. Keeps it with the orange. Still 30 seconds to shoot. Rafis will look to dodge. Gets a step on Keelty. That shot ends up in the cross of a teammate. Dordevic. He fires and scores.
Dordevic, the best athlete for them on the offensive midfield. He is a right-handed and left-handed type player. And right here, Syracuse offense is clicking. You know, they're moving the ball sharp. And just look at that hard plant. What a luxury it is for them.
Sean Leahy, part of the second midfield unit for the Irish. Transfer from Providence. Over to David Lipko. He transferred from Syracuse, so that's interesting. Number 66. Graduate transfer Kavanaugh. The inside scores. That got through a lot of traffic, including Will York, before it ended up in Griffin Westlin's cross, and he buried it.
And this is what makes Kavanaugh so great. Again, here, this is a goal that's a result of his just IQ of the game, right? They're gonna set a pick on the ball, and Syracuse doesn't communicate appropriately, and then the cross crease pass. He is that fiery, he's that good an on-ball type dodger, but I think it's his feeding that maybe even separates him from his brother, and ultimately, to me, will have him at the all-time leading scorer at Notre Dame when this is all done.
Meyer, now the slide comes. York is there, shovels it home.
Will York, a Chicago native out of St. Ignatius, a transfer from Bucknell. 21 goals on the season. He is an off-ball player, and just look how quick and effortless this release is, low to low, the open person, and make the right play every single time.
McCann to his left. Meyer, the fire. That's a good shot by our camera crew. That perfect angle behind Mo Meyer as he just whistled it wide. Now Westlin, a little two-man game behind the cage to Kavanaugh. There was that lefty from Dobson. Didn't get a lot on it though. It was well defended. Kavanaugh, another beautiful goal. And a few words for the Orange afterward.
What can you say about this sophomore? Just individually athletic enough to win the matchup right here, right? Again, that two-man game starts. Watch the stick fake, takes it to the crease, stays out of the perimeter, goes to the far post, sticks straight.
In the last 6 minutes against Syracuse, and you can do well at that face-off X all you want, but if you get offensive possessions and they don't even lead to a shot, it's not what you want. But now Notre Dame got in trouble in the middle of the field and they give it back.
And right there, number 88, Kyle Thornton, takes it over the midfield line as Syracuse gets one off the turnover. That's a big goal, but Thornton didn't get help from his attackman. They couldn't get open, he couldn't get them the ball. Syracuse extended out, created the turnover, then created transition, and nets this game at 3.
That's Siebold, his 11th.
Siebold showing his off-ball prowess right here. Again, just a breakdown in communication. Rafis gives it to Siebold. See the team offense for Notre Dame, right? They draw slides, they move the ball quick. They find the open player. Right here again, perfect example.
Swim dodge by Jackoboice. Border went down to get it. Quick outlet pass. Kennedy finds a trailer. This will be a shot and a goal! We talked about that rope unit. Undermanned coming into this game, but Peter Dearth, the veteran, 3-time captain of the Syracuse team, puts it in the back of the net.
Porter makes the stop. You then get Brett Kennedy pushing in transition, and right here, look at his awareness. He is going to see that Dearth is coming. He slows down to increase his angle, and then Dearth, one of the best D-middies in the country, up front to perfection.
Leonard wins the draw. He'll shoot, then he'll score!
Leonard, part of the two-headed monster at the face-off X for Notre Dame. Pops it forward. And just patient, right? Syracuse is going to be slow to Porter. You need to create as much angle as you possibly can if you're going to be able to put the ball past him off those types of dodges.
Quickness by Kavanaugh. Now comes back upfield. Gives himself a little separation. Back to Gray. Gets a step and scores!
Riley Gray's first dodge of this possession was with his left hand. The second on the right side. How comfortable did he look right there? He gets his hands free. Right now we're going to see a great angle, right? It's going to be these extra steps that he takes, and you're going to see it as he gets closer and closer. The goal is going to open up. He's going to have more target to aim for, and right here you're going to see it, right? I mean, keep coming, keep coming.
He'll be there. So happy to be onside again for some of these games. Hiltz! Ensign was there as Hiltz had a point-blank shot. Now look at him ride. And that pipes its way in. Tommy McNamara, speaking of pipes, the bagpipe player hits the pipe on the goal, and it beats Porter for the Notre Dame Irish score.
Another goal in this game, starting with a save. Entenmann for Notre Dame held his ground with Hiltz streaking down the back pipe, makes the save, and then Notre Dame is off and racing. And right here, McNamara, the D-midi, keeps it going. And look, again, here you're going to see.
Unfortunately, yeah, without being there, we sometimes have a little bit of a communication breakdown. Jackoboice there, nice pass here. York coming upfield to increase his angle. Not to shoot.
Could have been an offsides maybe on Syracuse that led to this man up.
Yeah. Brief man up for Notre Dame, killed off by Syracuse. Irish still have possession. Boy, they are rallying it off the pipes. And when Eric Dobson fires it, that's going to put a dent in the pipe.
Porter's like, why do I do this? Why do I stay in the cage? When someone can shoot the ball with that accuracy and that pace. I mean, Eric Dobson from Florida, right? Kind of under or overlooked in the recruiting, and I don't know how. If you were to show up at any type of camp or any game and watch him play,
difficult catch by Curry. Nice job to corral it. Here's Dordevic. Still 30 to shoot for the Orange. Curry looking to use those wheels. Dordevic just didn't have the shot. Now back to his left. Good defense by the Irish. Here's Rafus up top. Skip pass. Trimboli. He scores! He had almost no angle, but he beat Entenmann.
That is very good defense from Notre Dame, great offense from Syracuse. I mean, Notre Dame makes you work. You know, they are known for their on-ball but also off-ball defense, and right here, about 15 passes later, Trimboli finally is able to penetrate. We talk about depth in the ACC, right? Each of these teams could field 2 top 20 teams that are that talented. I mean, you can see here, anyone can score. 11 different goal scorers on every goal is just crazy talent.
Well, you have the face-off men scoring, you got the middies scoring. Kavanaugh. That's brilliant! The great defensive play individual, and then he finishes it off.
Notre Dame's second goal off of the face-off in this game. Right here, it's the little things. Kavanaugh intercepts it, gets his hands free, steps, plants far post. I love the fire. I mean, every opportunity for Notre Dame to put another one on the cage.
Irish move it quickly. Westlin thought about it, now up top to York. York has 8 man-up goals and leading the country in that category, number 99. Only 5 seconds though on the man-up. Kavanaugh, now at full strength. Westlin comes upfield. Nice pass on the doorstep, and McCahon puts it home.
That won't help their man-up percentage, but it absolutely was a result of them having the extra player. Syracuse was still substituting through the box, so they had that man-up advantage for a few extra seconds here. And just a nice skip pass.
You got a piece of that shot. Dobson.
Probably going to want to slide there. He's, you know, him coming down left-handed to a strong hand. You're putting your goalie in a very tough position.
Kavanaugh, the slide comes to him quickly. It's Murphy. Dobson gets a little closer to the cage. And there is Kavanaugh again, just picking up the loose change. He's so quick with those wrists. It's in his cross for a millisecond, Matt, before it's in the back of the net.
Porter makes the stop on Dobson. Easier said than done, and what's he rewarded with? Pat Kavanaugh. Hockey-esque goal right here. You're going to see it, right? The shot, the rebound. He doesn't even keep, I mean.
Over to Meyer. Nice back check.
Great back check. Syracuse has switched to a zone here, though. To me, you know, I get why you do it. You change things up, but Notre Dame is so crisp offensively, and those are the types of teams that make you pay when you're playing zone defense. There it is. You can't, in a zone, get the ball to X to Pat Kavanaugh, and you have off-ball players like York. They're going to make you paddle. I get why you do it. I don't think it's the solution for this particular matchup, though. all great things happen when you're behind the cage. And again, it's just a perfectly timed cut from York. And you know you're going to get the accurate pass from Kavanaugh, like right on.
Play without in this game on the defensive side. I mean, we know that Horan is starting for DiPietro. He's a 4-year starter at close defense. Horan's played the last, I think, 3 games. DiPietro's been injured. The rope unit really banged up. A lot of short stick D-minis out. We're seeing a lot of Spencer Small, Max Rosa. As Notre Dame gets the loose ball. Westlin, the extra pass, and a goal by Kavanaugh. Precision.
Bigger and faster. It's Notre Dame Fighting Irish team. Wins the 50-50 grand ball off the face-off and then pushes in transition. And okay, we'll get it to Pat Kavanaugh, who can step down with range. Look at the pass. I mean, just it's those little things. The fact, right off ball, you get it to behind the cage to Kavanaugh. He's going to pick you apart if you're sitting in his own defense.
There's Dobson. Now to Kavanaugh. Wyckoff comes out to meet him. Westlin buries it, just like you drew it up in the timeout. Run the clock down and score.
Picture perfect, right? You kill the minute that's pretty much left in the half, and then it's just a simple carry and follow. Syracuse slow to cover. Westlin just
14 seconds left in this first half.
Notre Dame goal. His second of the game. Number 3, Griffin Westlin. He assists to number 55, Wheaton Jackoboice.
8 seconds for the Orange. Dearth. He'll shoot and score! Maybe that'll give Syracuse a little bit of momentum as we go into the half. Dearth's second of the day.
This is a Syracuse team that can make runs. They were down big against Duke early in the year to come back and lose by 1. Peter Dearth gets his second of the day. They didn't execute. And when you're down 7 goals against one of the best teams in the country, it's just not going to cut it any other way.
Skip pass. Jackoboice increases that Notre Dame lead.
They've got this Syracuse team spinning defensively. It all starts with drawing a slide. Now Syracuse is rotating, and Notre Dame, with their skill, is going to make you pay every single time. Again, Porter left out to dry against Jackoboice, who's a left-handed shooter. To me, right now, watching this game, Notre Dame's best team in the country, from my perspective. I know they're coming off a week where they lost 2 games. The Duke one, they let that get away. They should have won that game. And then you're playing UNC 2 days later. That's tough, but a week's rest, and look at this. I mean, this is... I haven't seen a team on both ends of the field as complete. You know, Maryland maybe, but they haven't been tested. Notre Dame's been tested. They get tested every week. And so just watching them play again, they're making it look really easy. It's just a simple give and go, and you get it to Kavanaugh behind the cage. His eyes are up.
Jackoboice on Dearth. Now Westlin, McCahon rather, loses it. We're going to push in the back against Syracuse. Spencer Small getting some PT today. McCahon gets loose, shoots, hits that top corner, low to high.
Quinn McCahon with his 14th goal of the season, 3rd today with the hat trick. A little dipsy-do underneath, gets it back to his right hand, creates angle.
And they do, 25 to shoot. Cavs got Wyckoff behind the cage on skates. Meyer. Kavanaugh in front, and he scores! He's just in the right place at the right time every single time down the field. And has a few words for Grant Murphy when he gets up.
Well, one thing's for sure, this is unconventional. I don't know if he went through his legs or it was just a backhanded shot. But right here, you're gonna see the feed from Kavanaugh. The ball is now loose. He scoops it up, and he went through the legs. I mean, are you kidding me? It was, watch here, backhanded through the legs, low to low. Another highlight reel for the superstar, Pat Kavanaugh.
Here comes McCahon out of the box. Hat trick already on the day for number 15. Dobson working on the short stick of Lexo. Meyer. Kavanaugh. 8 points on the day for Kavanaugh. Jackoboice. Way too much time and room.
I mentioned Dobson early in the telecast is probably the key to me for Notre Dame and what they're trying to accomplish this season. He is, I mean, he doesn't make mistakes either. Look at him, I mean, he's gonna draw the double. There it comes. The right, easy, adjacent.
Sherry backup goalies with Shahei Cacciadorian this year. Thompson getting the nod now.
I think that's more just to protect Porter in the cage than it was this has anything to do with Porter on the defensive end.
Kavanaugh's got his defender hung up. In front. Easy, easy goal. This time it's Lipka, the beneficiary of a Kavanaugh assist.
If Kavanaugh gets you hung up in front of the cage and he can stand behind it and survey the field for a prolonged period of time, he will find someone open. Right here, I mean, it's a tough scenario to be in at a defense, but you can't let him, of all players, just sit there and just watch. I mean, a moment off in this game.
Nick Hackney guilty of the infraction, transfer from Utah. Dobson. Dobson is there, making the stop. Dobson's got tested a few times, come out of there with it. Still no possession of the Irish, so man up, they'll have another opportunity to score. York behind to Kavanagh, quickly to Westlin. He scores! A 10-point game for Kavanaugh as Westlin buries his third goal of the day.
Westlin snaps an 0 for 10 streak and shooting for Notre Dame. But again, get the ball to X. Kavanaugh will get you the ball where you need to be, and Westlin fading away.
McCann put it in play. To your point, opportunity to work on man-up offense here in a game situation. That's why you see all their typical man-up players in, other than Kavanaugh. His work is most likely done for the day. A lot of work it was. Jackoboice. Dobson scores another from outside.
Eric Dobson, the freshman, changing it up. His patented lefty high, this time high to low to the far post.
Trimboli to Curry coming out of the box. Collision absorbed. Trimboli now wide, and he and the rest of his teammates just have not been on target shooting the ball all day long. Rafis on Keelty. Skip pass. Dordevic. He scores. And that breaks a long drought for the Orange.
First goal of the second half. Dordevic, really the only player that I've identified for Syracuse who can get any advantage on his one-on-one matchup there against the short stick. A nice split to the middle.
Just too high for Michael Fay. You could hear his teammates on the sideline wanted that one. And that's number 22 on the game for 22. Connor Morin is second of the year.
Connor Morin was a big-time recruit. Got some playing time early on. Nice to see the senior get his second goal of the season. Just an individual effort. Hard plant to his right.
30 seconds, illegal hold.
So the final 20 seconds for Brendan Curry and company. Man up. Nice catch by Trimboli. Just sails it over the top.
Every shot contested by this Notre Dame defense, even on the man down.
Hiltz. He'll shoot and score. Stat stuffer for him. One last face-off win for the Irish, and an impressive win for Coach Corrigan and company. Matt, as impressive a win as we've seen all year.
Oh, absolute domination from Notre Dame. You give them a week off, and this team is as dangerous as anybody, both offensively, defensively. Coach Corrigan building something here, building some momentum.